All right, what's going on, guys? I just put out the S&P update video. Remember, Thursdays we're doing updates. So Bitcoin update, separate S&P update. You should definitely watch the S&P videos, even if you only trade crypto. Why? Because it's a historic 40-year rally, and that's what drives the liquidity cycle, the largest market in the world. Here come Monday, I will have a separate crypto video. We'll cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and a markets video, which will cover S&P, NASDAQ, and DAX for my international friends. So be sure to like and subscribe if you like my content. Click the hype button. Guys, love to see you on the Discord. You can click the join button right there on YouTube, get our videos throughout the week, or jump over to our Discord, and you can go to our website, marketmakers.trade. Let's talk about where we are here. I've been posting on X, give me a follow there at Market Canary, about the IGV. And, you know, again, we had a correlation with Bitcoin and the NASDAQ for most of the cycle till October of last year with about an 80% Pareto effective ratio for the NASDAQ. And then it broke down, right? And people are wondering, did we just break down from the IGV correlation, which again is about 80% on our 30-day rolling average because Bitcoin came down to retest support. IGV broke out. But if you look over here to the left, I just wanted to point this out. This is extremely similar, same time period too, back in 2024. Bitcoin made a top, Bitcoin in yellow, made a top June 3rd. It sold off for a month until July, weekly candle, early July. It sold off for a month till July, and then it rallied back up. Over here, Bitcoin made a top in May 4th weekly candle. It just sold off for a month. I think the next move is a rally back up. I think we are in chop just like we were here in 2024. And it's all going to be about flipping the newly formed resistance to see if we can escalate up into the 90s, possibly to that 100K target. Remember the backdrop. You need to get some type of deal done with Iran. That is a key feature. Then the markets will rush out and run out until July. I think you'll see the S&P push up to 8K if that's the case. And you'll see higher prices in Bitcoin. Right now, choose your narrative, your doomer narrative in Bitcoin. You have people saying, oh, it's a liquidity suck. People going to cash out of crypto because of SpaceX, because of Anthropic, because of the AI trade. You have Michael Saylor selling some coins. He sold 32 coins. But Michael Saylor sold for the first time since 2022. A lot of fear in the crypto space, a lot of people rage quitting the crypto space, but in reality, what do the charts tell us? How much have they changed? And let's just look at our trend here on the daily time frame on Bitcoin. Remember, we had a very clear and obvious intermediate downturn trend since October. However, within that trend, you get reversals, near-term uptrends. This is what you had here. You had your sell-off low on Bitcoin at 59 and change here on Bitunix. By the way, you want to support the channel? I'm not monetized. Check out Bitunix in the video description. Be a Market Makers VIP. It is a fantastic exchange. And if you live outside the US, you can trade stocks. Okay, so check that out with our link. But look at this. When you look at the 59K, you have your low, you have your high, you have your higher low, you have a higher high. This is a near-term uptrend. Most people on YouTube cannot focus on more than one thing at a time. You say, nope, clear and obvious downtrend. Look at the all-time high. You're in a downtrend. True. But this is how you get bottoming patterns. You have to look at your near-term reversals, which, by the way, this was a heck of a move, right? If you were buying these dips for trades, like a lot of us were, this was a 38% move in Bitcoin. And now what you have done is you have lost your uptrend line. You had a nice uptrend line. You've lost your uptrend line just like you did in the prior leg. And when you lost that uptrend line, you back tested it. Now you had confluence of the 18 RMA in the prior leg. Look what you're doing right now. 18 RMA rolling down between 72 and 75. You lost your uptrend line. Bitcoin needs to regain the 786, stay above 64K, 65K. You will see a retest, just like the IGV chart, I believe. You will see a retest of this region between 72 and 75K, and this will be a key turning point. And to see what happens here with Bitcoin, we'd have to see, are the markets topping and selling off? Did a deal get done with Iran, right? Did oil prices spike? But this is the next move, this reflexive move back to 72, 75. Same move you did over here, guys. Very common to back test what was support as resistance. If we get a failure there, depending on the macro space as well, this is an area I would consider shorting. If we fail there and you see the markets topping, retracing, again with some type of confluence of an oil spike or whatnot, and if we flip this, get above 78.2, that's flipping to 786. My bias will then flip back to going back to the 90s to possibly 100K in a summer rally out into July, something the markets have done 3 years in a row. This is the choppy chop that you have right now in the summer, just like you saw back in 2024 on the IGV. If we were to break down, right, if you get more bad news or something else happens in the crypto space, maybe you just come up, you fail quickly, where are we going to? Based on the math in the market, right, the new range expansion, you're looking at a 45K target. Remember, 50K be a key psychological number, but if you were to break down further and really level down, 45,654 is the actual Fibonacci target, with 50K being a key target. Do I know what's going to happen? No. If you told me how the Iran situation was going to resolve, I think I could easily tell you what Bitcoin's going to do. Iran resolves, Bitcoin's coming up. If you flip resistance, flip 78.2, you're going up into the 90s. And I had that case of 100K Bitcoin because you'll see the markets fly up even further. So we got to see what's happening here. Crypto's unloved. And if we get a deal, sharp rotation into the unloved assets, I bet we can get some money back into crypto and you will see a high. It will still be most likely a lower high. Your bull case, max bull case, remember, is looking further out. The most bullish time of the year is November to April. You will see the markets, the S&P hit 10K sometime in 2028. This is peak bullish cycle. I know there's a lot of doomers telling you Bitcoin's going to 2K and the markets are going down 50%. But look, I think by the end of April, going into the summer in 2027, you're going to see Bitcoin at 168. My cycle target I'm looking at is 200, 250K. I've been over this several times, but this is where I believe crypto's going. Guys, there's 300 billion more in CapEx coming next year alone just for the AI build out. This is such a big moment in history. A lot of you weren't around in .com. I was. I remember. I'm telling you, it's not done yet. The cycles say it's not done yet. We got some chop. We may get a little bit more of a drop. As you can see, I'm sure everybody on X and YouTube is like, probably going to drop down there to the high 40s. Why? Because we got candles here. It's possible, guys. I'm just saying bigger picture. Massive, massive opportunities ahead in crypto. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next one.